Hello, Cancer. How are you? It's me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. I was going to do collective messages all week, but turns out we're doing the normal sign videos. So I flipped it and I reversed it from what I said I was originally going to do. Maybe there's something in that for you. I don't know. Normally, we lay out all the cards. I kind of sit with them for a little while. We go into your spread. This time, I'm in the middle of a rebirth. Hello, everyone. I'm integrating new energies. So every time that happens, which has been a lot, it's been a really accelerated process for me, which maybe you're having an accelerated process as well, Cancer. That the style I do my readings is a little bit different. The way the messages come out are a little bit different. The messages I pull in are a little bit different. So we're fluid. We're fluid over here, as a water sign does. So we are going to use the tarot of the old path for you today. I have one card for you, and then we're going to chop up the rest. Live action, like a movie. So the first card that you have out, Cancer, is the Five of Pentacles. I just bent that card. Look at my aggressive ass energy. Maybe that's something. Maybe that's what you did. Did you bend something? Did you bend something out of shape? Did somebody bend you out of shape? Cancer, you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse here. So someone wants to come out of the cold. Someone wants to come out of a feeling like a lack mentality, a lack of acknowledgement. I'm hearing a lack of acknowledgement. When I first looked at this card, I thought, is this Cancer or is there someone else? Like, does Cancer want to come out of the cold, or does someone want to come out of the cold with Cancer? And I actually think that it's you, because the only face that we see is a masculine energy, so that's an output, putting out. So like, you want to put yourself out of the cold. And the feminine energy over here, she's covering her face, right? You can't even see her. So it's like this lack of receiving attention, receiving acknowledgement. I'm getting like, they don't even acknowledge me. So that could be in the sense that someone's just not acknowledging you. They're just not speaking to you. They're not communicating with you, and like pretending you don't exist sort of energy. Or this could play out in like a work situation where you don't feel like your hard work is being rewarded. You're not getting the promotion that you want. You're not getting like a pay increase that you want. You're not getting recognized for your dedication or your hard work that you've put into this job. Like, you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. It could play out either way for you. But either way, it's like you are ready. And with these pentacles, that is something tangible, right? Like, you tangibly want to come out of the cold. It's almost not just like burying the hatchet. It's like when you get into a fight with your friend, you don't want to just like bury the hatchet and then just like call it a clean day, a clean slate. It's like you want to start hanging out again with your friends. It's really like a come out of the cold to like mend a bridge sort of thing. So let's see what else we have for you. Cancer wants to come out of the cold. I want to be acknowledged. Everybody wants to be acknowledged. Everybody should be acknowledged. That's the way to be on the right side of life, right? So let's see. See what we got coming out for you, babies. What does Cancer want to come out of the cold about? That's what ooh, look at this one, just sticking out. Ooh. Temptation. Devil energy. Perhaps, Cancer, you don't want to feel so beholden to your bad behaviors, right? So this could be so many different things. This could be drinking too much, eating too much, embarking in other party favors. This could be feeling codependent, right? Feeling like we always need someone around us. This could be self-sabotaging behaviors. Maybe we want to come out of self-sabotaging behaviors. Maybe it's wanting to come out of like a depressive state, like a negative thought process about ourselves, right? We want to come out of our devil energy, come out of our bad habits, the things that keep us stuck, the things that keep us stagnant, keep us from having, right? All of the things. It's very like Garden of Eden kind of energy here, right? It's like Adam and Eve. It's like they could have had everlasting life and love, like an Al Green song, and wisdom, right? But they were tempted by fruits, by like candies, by these like little things that look shiny. It's very like Snow White energy too, right? Like poison apples. So trying to come out of that self-sabotaging behavior. Things that keep us stuck. Oh my God. Right as those popped out, I saw things are flipping and flopping today. They're flipping and flopping. It's like a little lightning bolt in the background too. Emotional upset. Wanting to come out of emotional upset. Tower moments. Wanting to like avoid tower moments. What flipped out? Queen of Swords in reverse. And the Nine of Rods. The Nine of Rods in reverse. I almost said the Knight. So this is like, again, really wanting to come out of whatever devil energy is making you feel kind of like cold and like It's almost, hold on a second. I think whatever this is, I think there was some kind of devil energy. Maybe it was actual temptation, like poison apple style. It could just be like ego, like shadow work needing to be done. But I think in a way you put yourself out in the cold a little bit, Cancer. You excluded yourself from you stepped out of a situation. Could be a friendship. It could be just like, no, I'm not coming into work, like whatever it may be for you, out of a need of like not wanting to be confronted, not wanting confrontation a little bit too with this 9 of rods, this 9 of wands. You're like, I'm not even going to stress myself out about it. I'm just like, because the Queen of Swords is like, she's a very logical energy, right? But in reverse, you can come out kind of cold. That it's a sense of, in trying to avoid conflict, perhaps you thought that by trying to avoid conflict or dealing with certain people, places, or things, that was going to be the thing to, maybe you thought it was sparking up, it was encouraging your bad habits, right? Like toxic environments, a relationship that made you feel kind of codependent. It kind of, it mirrored back to some of your insecurities, and not wanting to fall back in that pit, sort of not wanting to let yourself get paranoid about the situation, not overstress, and doing any of that. You kind of made a logical decision to kind of take a step back out of this job, like I said, out of these friend groups, out of this personal relationship, whatever it may be. But in actuality, it was kind of like cold. It was cold. You put yourself out in the cold a little bit, which I think now you might be realizing is in fact itself the devil energy. That in retracting yourself from situations by trying to avoid being open and vulnerable a little bit about whatever insecurities or whatever things that you're feeling, that by doing that, in fact, that is the devil energy, because relationships are the greatest wealth, right? Otherwise, God would just put you on an island all by yourself, but he put us all together because we are supposed to be a support system. All of our energies are supposed to connect so we can illuminate the whole world like stars in the sky. That's really nice, guys. Thank you. I was like, that's so nice. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you, spirit guides. But in doing that, that's actually the devil energy, is you putting yourself out in the cold. But now you want to come out of it. And that's what matters. We recognize it. We acknowledge it. Sometimes when we feel like we're not being acknowledged by other people, as within, so without, it's usually oftentimes a sign that we're not acknowledging ourselves, like our own fears, like our own traumas, like our own dramas, like our own stuff that we have to deal with, right? Times that we're like not nurturing ourselves. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. You want to come out of the cold because you want to have an even energetic exchange. You want to be generous now, Cancer. Like, you want to give to this situation. You want to give energy to this job, to these projects, to whatever it is. You want to get some back, and you want to give it too. It's almost like not being afraid of not having enough, not wanting to be afraid in this devil energy of not having enough anymore. 5 of Swords in reverse, not wanting to be in some kind of social conflict, not wanting, I'm almost getting like a looking over my shoulder. Like I don't want to have to walk into a place and look over my shoulder to see if my old boss is here again. Because I was saying, it was like a not just clearing the air, but also like mending a bridge so that way you can go back and forth, even equal energy exchange. Not wanting to look over your shoulder and be like, oh, are they here? Like not wanting to have bad blood with people. And then the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. The Knight, I was like, should I say that? The Knight of Swords oftentimes can be a little bit of like a lurker, like a little bit of a lurker. It's a little bit of like a voyeuristic energy for me. It's somebody that like checks up on like other people's social media. It's almost like, again, it's wanting to come out of the cold, not wanting to feel like you're on the sidelines, not being afraid to like have like that open communication with someone, and not wanting to only be like a viewer, like to be a consumer. That's what I'm getting. It's like, I don't want to just be a consumer of this person's content. I don't want to just see what this company is doing. Like, I don't always want to feel like I'm on the outskirts, like the outside, looking in, trying to figure out, like, how do I get back in there, is what I'm feeling. Because what you really want is to be, like, in the game. You want to be in the game. I'm putting something in, I'm getting something out. So you're making moves. Okay. Okay, Cancer. Let's see. Oh, stop it. stockings are flying around. Ooh, okay. Okay, so you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And again, this is, you're cutting yourself free. And swords are mental energy. So I think the first step in doing this, or that you've done to accomplish this, is I think admitting to yourself that admitting to yourself, hello throat chakra, that it's a lot of this is like self-inflicted wounds, right? Look at this hand. Yeah, and it's on his right hand. It's like self-inflicted wounds by putting yourself out in this cold, that you're really denying yourself like the acknowledgement, the reciprocation, the love, whatever it is that you seek, because of these preconceived notions that you have in your head that maybe you don't deserve it, you're not worthy of it, or you're like not up to the challenge kind of thing. Because then you have out the Six of Cauldrons, the Six of Cups. Again, trying to mend that bridge. Like, go back to those old friends. Like, I'm getting a lot about your hometown too. Going back to like, maybe like things that bring out that inner child in you a little bit as well, with that hometown kind of energy, like things that make you feel fun and playful and are like really exciting to you. Like, I love it here and these people are so fun, and I remember when we used to have so much fun, and I remember like how kick-ass we were at work, and like how fun it was to be there, and you know, having coffee at the cool, whatever it is for you, you know. But I'm also getting like there's a little bit of anxiety or fear that you have, right? Because she's the feminine energy. She's a little bit like, that whoever this is, like your friend, this old partner, whatever. Because again, it's this mending. And Six of Cups often talks about like, kind of like, it's like a reunion. It's a reunion sort of energy as well, that like they won't receive you. They're not going to receive what you're trying to say when you go to move forward. But the advice is really to like be strong in this situation. If you really want to mend this bridge, if you really want to repair this friendship, this relationship, if you really kind of want to kind of feel like you're included back in the community at work. So maybe like you go in and you clock in every day, but like you're not out with them like having drinks on Friday night, like after work, because you took yourself out of that situation because whatever sort of thing. I'm almost getting like when you never go out with anyone and then you get mad that people don't invite you out, but they don't invite you out because they know you're not going to come anyway. It's like that sort of energy, like having to put that, it's like you have to be strong enough to be like, hey guys, can I come tonight? Like, hey, do you want to talk? Like, hey, I want to make amends. Like, hey, I want to clear the air. It's like you're a little nervous that you won't be received well in this situation. But again, that's coming a lot just from insecurities, just not taking a chance on yourself, Cancer. So let's keep going. It's kind of fun to do them live. Normally I lay them all out, but it's kind of fun to do them like on the fly. King of Pentacles in reverse. You're afraid they're not going to want to build with you. They're going to take their pentacles elsewhere. It's almost like saying like, hey guys, can I come? They're like, oh no, the car's full actually. Like something like that. Again, it's like with this not being received, that they're not going to want to build with you. Like they're going to, like maybe they'll want to clear the air, but they won't want to have anything else to do with you like after that. It's almost like a thanks, we'll let you know kind of energy. There's also an element of not feeling confident in yourself that you have enough to give to this situation. Like maybe they won't receive me because like I don't have enough of what they want. Like I don't have the skills that they need. Like I don't have the certifications that they need. Like I don't think I have as much time. Like I don't think I have as much to give. Like worrying that you don't have enough to like give to a situation. But is that true? Or you're just selling yourself short, Cancer? Oh, this one's poking out. Three of Swords. Self-inflicted wounds. Tell me more about the Three of Swords, please. That could go a lot of different ways, and I don't want to... Okay, that's too much. That's too much. Okay, I'm going to take this one because it's upright. Okay, yeah. So You're afraid you're going to be disappointed in this situation with the Three of Swords because of the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's because of the work that you didn't, whatever this was before, like I said, you didn't put in the work, you didn't stick with it, you didn't maintain it because, like I said, you took yourself out. You took yourself out of it because it was mirroring or bringing up some triggers for you. And so you thought that perhaps the thing that was triggering you was the devil energy, when in fact it wasn't. It was just bringing up for you the devil energy that like lived within yourself, that you weren't like healing, recognizing, acknowledging, not acknowledging like your own struggles. You thought that that thing was the struggle instead of just illuminating the struggles that you already had. And so you didn't work on it. And that's why you think that you're not going to be well received, because you have the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Cauldrons out in reverse too. So that's saying you think that this situation, this boss, this friend, this old partner, whatever it is, that they already made up their mind that it's like they're not having a restart with you, that like they don't want to celebrate with you. Like you can't come, you can't sit with us. Like they already decided that you can't sit with them. Yeah. But then you have out the Ace of Rods. You have out the Ace of Rods. So that's something new, a passionate beginning. I'm looking at these things in the back. It's like Stonehenge. A new passionate beginning for something. Maybe it's that like hometown, like that like old school, like that childhood kind of thing, and like an old relationship. That there's like a new passionate start, restart, reunion to something that either has been in your life for a long time that in this current moment is not, or something that it feels like it's been in your life a long time. It's like almost like when you meet someone and it feels like you've known them forever. It's like that kind of energy. But then you also have this butterfly, which shows that there is a sense of transformation that actually can be had here. But there is like a breath of life, like a spark of life that needs to be going on, because it is fire energy and there is all of this red. I think it is also talking about a transformation of how you deal with your triggers in your lower chakras, right? Fear, abandonment, rejection, all of that stuff. That's also like having more self-compassion, more compassion for yourself as well. That just because like you have healing to do, you've lived a life and you've been hurt before and all of these things, just because you've made mistakes, it doesn't mean that like you can't also have growth there, right? Like no one's completely whole and perfect and has their shit together 24 hours of every single day. Like, but that doesn't mean that you can't still have like new foundations. It's like new growth. It's like new growth after like a controlled fire. Let's see what else we got. Ace of Rods, Ace of Rods. I have another one for that, please. Okay, so after this Ace of Rods, you got out the Four of Swords in reverse. So that's saying like the best way to deal with this is like, again, it's like you have to take yourself out of hibernation. You have to take yourself out of the cold. Like you have to make that first step. And then you had the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Rods. So that's saying like you have to brush the dirt off like a little mummy. You have to come back to life, right? You have to start putting efforts. You have to put work into this situation. That to rebuild a bridge, you're gonna have to put it down brick by brick. Like you're gonna have to be, I'm getting consistency too. You're gonna have to consistently put time and effort and energy into making sure that you're reaching out to these people, that you're maintaining connections, that you're making sure that you are included in these projects, in these social events, whatever it may be. This Knight of Rods, Knights also bring messages, and you have to let them know, like, no, I'm invested in this. Like, I really want to be friends again. Like, I really want to give this another shot. Like, no, I really think I could do well here in this company. No, like, I really want to see you guys again. You know what I mean? And then as I was looking at that and thinking that the Four of Swords, like, popped, it, like, flipped around and it popped upright, which is saying that, like, if you need more time to, like, rev up your engines and figure out, like, if and can you work towards this situation? Can you maintain a level of consistency, a level of passion, a level of whatever it is to actually like see this thing through? Then you might need to take some more time to do that, to decide like, and maybe it's just to remind yourself that like you do have it to give, because if you don't and you kind of try to go back, and you're going to end up in the same sort of cycle, because it's going to trigger these things, because they're going to want you to be at a certain level Like to maintain a friendship, like you need to maintain connection. Like to maintain a relationship, you need to maintain effort, right? That's how that it is. If you don't have it to give, then you don't have it to give. But if you need a second to figure out if that's so, then take that moment to figure out if it's so. But otherwise, if you've thought about it and you've decided that in fact you do, well then you're gonna have to say something and you're gonna have to do something. It's like determined. I'm also getting like, you have to be very determined here. This is popping out. Yeah, you have to be determined. Otherwise, with the Six of Rods in reverse, you're not going to be successful in this situation. Because like I said, it's like that Coulter Walls, or just Tyler Childers? Tyler Childers. And it takes twice as long to build bridges you burned. So like I said, there is going to have to be consistent work, effort, energy, passion maintained. But there is an Ace of Wands. Like there is like a restart here. But you're going to have to put the work in for it. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful. Just want to get an advice card for you really quick. We could all use a little advice. This one's like popping out of the deck. Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusions. Maybe you don't think you're going to be well received. Maybe you don't think you have what it takes. But those are all illusions because we don't know until we try. We don't know until we try, Cancer. 22. That's a master number. So you could be seeing 22s a lot as well. 22. Dragonfly spirits are also very indicative of ascending into higher levels of emotional maturity. And we accomplish that when we go in and we do a lot of our shadow work as well. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Little different for us, but we're adaptable. So I love you guys very much. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. All of my information is in the description box. So my email, my Instagram, my Twitter, all the decks that I use, all of my stuff. It's all there. And I love you very much. And I hope you have a lovely week. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.